Hello there, everybody, and welcome back for our first round of the playoffs this week. Congratulations to the 7 teams that have made it. So as you can see above me here, a little bit of a different format. It's a best of 3, with Game 3 being the benches. So it makes coming up with a strategy a little different for everybody. Do you use all your best ones in Games 1 and 2 to try and get a sweep, or do you hold something back for Game 3? So we're going to see how this goes. What we'll do, because we'll have to obviously trade the Pokemon between the computer setup and my setup. Like the team representing the computer will have to trade with me to get everyone a home game where they're me. So what we'll do is we'll do Game 1 for all 3 of these series first. I'll pause. We'll do the flip. Then we'll do Game 2. We'll pause. If there's any Game 3s that need to be done, we'll do the flip. And then, of course, when we're all done, I'll do the updated standings like I do at the end of every other video. So first and foremost, Nightmare AC does get a bye week. So congrats to them. As I now try to get things set up for the other teams. Alrighty. So, with everything being said and done, and my pin trying to escape in multiple ways here. We're going to start with you can find their logos. The 2 seed, the Squirtle Squad, and the 7 seed, Harper's Ferry Haunter. This will be an interesting matchup. These two have a little bit of a rivalry, some connections there. So this ought to be interesting to see who comes out on top. I will say there's some interesting selections for both here. We are going to do the gym leader music for the first 2 rounds. We'll do the champion music for the championship. We might do gym leader, tournament, and then champion. You get the idea. Alrighty, let's see here. I want to make sure that the other person actually got everything right. Like they have the right 5 Pokemon and everything. It looks like it. Alright. I was told to lead Arcanine. Interesting that Entei not selected here. I guess being held back for Game 3. Interesting that a lot of the legendaries, I mean, we got the 2 Lake Spirits, but like a lot of the other legendaries not used for this one, for Harper's Ferry Haunter. I guess they're banking on Game 3. Alrighty, here we go. Heracross leading off. Well, we got the Arcanine, so I mean, now the real question is, do they have anything? The Intimidate's big here. Do they have anything with Flash Fire or anything? No. My guess is that the Charizard's coming in. So, I could Wild Charge or Agility. I'm going to Agility, try to get a speed boost on him here. Alright, I called that right. Alright, gonna Wild Charge. Oh, yep, big hit, big hit. Oh, this Charizard's toast. I'm pretty sure even with Dragon Dance, since we doubled our speed, we should be faster. It'll just be a 1.5 times speed. We'll just Wild Charge again. Alright, Charizard's down. Good start for Squirtle Squad. Really good start for Squirtle Squad. Do we have a better option? I know we have our speed, but, like, it's gonna go for nasty plot and all that. Or calm mind, I forget which one it has. By the way, it's not good for us. I'm gonna just ride it. We're just gonna go with the boost we've got. But we're gonna Flare Blitz this time, instead of Wild Charge. I mean, honestly, that's a decent hit. I'll take that. Flare Blitz it again. Come on, higher damage roll, higher damage roll. It survived with, like, what, 2 health or something like that? That should be enough to beat us with the nasty plot. Yep. Nice job, though, Arcanine. Almost beat 2 Pokemon. We have extreme speed. You know what? I think Espeon just flat out outspeeds it. I don't think we need extreme speed. I want to save Raikou as much as I can. Plus, they could put the Haunter in if they thought we were going to extreme speed. Oh, do I Calm Mind? Do I try to sneak a Calm Mind in? I'm going to try to sneak 1 Calm Mind in there. Alright, give us a tiny bit of bulk at least. It went straight for Psychic. I mean, personally, I would have done Draining Kiss, but that's me. Or even Trick Room. I think it has Trick Room. One of the spirits has Trick Room, and I don't think it's Azelf because it's fast. One of the Lake Spirits, I mean, Lake Trio. Alright. Nonetheless, knockout for Espeon. There goes Mesprit. I'm going to be interested to see what they have. So it's got to be Azelf, right? Because, like, I think we're faster than the other two. We're just going to Shadow Ball again. I mean, that nasty plot is going to be bad for us, but, like, we also have a Calm Mind up, so, like... One shot the Azelf. No critical hit needed. Well, things are looking pretty good for Squirtle Squad at the moment. Now the Haunter... What's the Haunter? Do we outspeed it? That's going to be the biggest thing here. Do we outspeed the Haunter? Or does it outspeed us? We outspeed it. Okay, this is easy. Haunter goes down. I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure that Haunter has Destiny Bond on its moveset. But I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to hit it before it could get the Destiny Bond up. And Heracross, who is also weak to Psychic, so we're just going to do that. And that is a win in Game 1 for the Squirtle Squad. That is a 4-0 victory in Game 1. All right. So we'll update that series here. Nothing crazy really in that first game. It was just that Squirtle Squad won. All right, Squirtle Squad leads that series 1-0. So we're going to put their logos away. And the next one will be the Fairmont Flygon and the Mystic Magikarp. What worries me a lot about this upcoming match is that I did so well against the computer in the last match, I'm due to lose. And of course, it's my team that's up when I'm due to lose. So go figure there. I do like who I picked, but just because I like who I picked doesn't mean it'll result in a win. I am worried if this series goes to a Game 3. Like, if this series goes to a Game 3, it could be problematic. Because he has Hippowdon with Fissure, and I only have one Pokemon that can levitate or fly or anything left in that one. I'm just going to go down the line here. I'm going to start Latios, because except for the Ninetales, Latios can at least attempt to fight whatever's out there. Lucario is going to be the key. If I can get around Lucario, I like my chances of winning. But in my opinion, pre-battle, that's the scary one. Ninetales could be an issue if they get rid of my counters for it. But Lucario is the one I'm more afraid of. Starting with the Alolan Raichu. I think they're going to switch, because I don't think there's any way in heck they're going to try to Thunderbolt Latios. So I think they're going to switch into either Ninetales. It might be Skarmory because it's Steel type. I'm just going to Psychic whatever's coming in. Alright, it's Porygon 2, so I got that one wrong. Porygon 2 is pretty bulky. I mean, there's no Eviolite in this, but still fairly bulky. Yeah, that was less than half. Let's go Aurasphere. Is that enough? I don't think it is, but is it enough? It was not enough. Okay, now this... there's the Trick Room. Okay. That makes things a little more interesting. I'm pretty sure it's a special attacker. So I'm going to throw Regice in there. Oh. Stream's still working, right? Okay. Video stream, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's see here. I think they're going to switch. They're probably going to go Lucario or Skarmory, because we're Ice type. If we got the Paralysis from Thunder, that could be huge on the Lucario, but I feel like we're not going to get lucky enough to get that. What's the rest of my team look like? The Icy Wind might be a better play. If they don't switch, it is low health anyway. So, like, yeah. Alright, it is Lucario. I think Icy Wind is the better play here. So that when I do switch, Lucario will be slower than whatever I put in. Hopefully. The Thunder would have been great because it would have been a more permanent speed change, but, like, we also could have just missed. If we change into Lucario, we're weak to it. So we're probably looking at Latios to go in. Well, that would have one-shot Regice for sure. It did a number on Latios, to be honest. It got the attack boost. Man, am I glad that we're going to be faster than it. Aurasphere. on. It's still faster, even with the icy wind? Oh boy. Now this is the exact scenario I was worried about, was if Lucario would get going. It's still faster with the... even with the speed drop, huh? Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait, the Trick Room's up. I didn't even think about that. Trick Room's up. Oh, so I've actually made things worse for myself here. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm gonna have to put Ditto in. Because I'm gonna have to wait for Trick Room to end for the others to have a chance. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I may have cost myself literally game 1 because of that. Oh, man. Regice could outspeed it, but it's not hurt enough. Like, Thunder's not going to take it out at this point. We got to go first or we lose. We go first! We win the speed tie! Oh, it's huge. Ditto, the coin flip paying off. I was going to say, if it went first, it was going to one-shot us. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. Whew! I think we if I remember correctly with Imposter, because I don't use Ditto a whole lot, I believe we copy the stat boost too. Let's see. Yep, so we have less speed, but we also do have the attack boost that it got before. So we have that going for us. Trick Room's still up, so we're going to go first. I mean, that's pretty good on a Skarmory, half health. Alright, game's going for agility, so setting up for post-Trick Room. That was an interesting choice, because Trick Room is still going on for... No, it's not going on now. So actually, I think we were just faster anyway. So it is going to outspeed us this time, it looks like. I'm just going to Drain Punch again. Skarmory going for Brave Bird. That's going to be neutral, but that's going to hurt. That did indeed hurt. We're going to probably take it out with Drain Punch, but we're not going to get all that health back. Alright. Ditto coming to the rescue here. It's going to outspeed us. Let's put Regice in because we're a special wall. I was saying, unless Regice decides to miss everything, we should be in position to pretty much win the battle with just Regice at this point. I'm pretty sure, anyway. Raichu going Nasty Plot. That is a tad scary, so hopefully we don't start missing. Alright, we land the first Blizzard we attempted. Good hit. I know if I do Icy Wind, it's going to end up not being, like, enough. We're going to Blizzard again and hope for the best. That hurt quite a bit. Of course, we missed. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I was having reservations about it. Come on, Regice, survive this one and hit this time. 7 health, please. Please fight through it and hit. Thank you. Now, the thing I will say, this does suck from the standpoint that Regice was my way of beating Ninetales. So, we may lose now unless we get some Ditto shenanigans. Oh, it's calm mining. That's not great. That's not great, because even if we do get an attack off, we're not going to hurt it as much now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. I think we're going to lose. I've made a couple misplays in this game so far that are going to cost me big time. Alright. I get the Blizzard's 100% accurate with the hail up, but a little shocked they did Blizzard there. Throwing Latios away was a monumental mistake. It's going to be faster than both. Well, Crobat could be faster. Potentially. The real question is, would it do enough with Cross Poison to get the job done? I'm going to go Ditto and see if we can maybe get lucky enough to go first and get a hit on it. If we can get damage on Ninetales, we might have a chance if Crobat's faster. Because I know Crobat will outspeed Porygon too, same with Flygon. So it really comes down to, can we get some damage on the Ninetales? Just any sort of damage. Alright, they're first, so we're probably not going to make it. Though we do copy the Calm Mind. I'm going for Blizzard. Not a lot, but hey, it's something. If we win the speed tie here... Oh, I should have done Psyshock. That would have been smart. Is it... Okay, we did go first, though, this time with the speed tie. So another hit. Ditto going down, but it has been very valuable in this first game. Alright, Crobat. I don't know if you're faster than Ninetales or not. I think you are, but I'm not sure. I need you to go first. I need you to take it out here. Our only real chance. Crobat is faster. And it will take out the Ninetales. Okay. Because we would have died for sure to pretty much any of its attacks since it got a Calm Mind up. Alright, Porygon 2. Brave Bird. Alright, Porygon 2 goes down. The Flygon have won game 1. That was scary close. That's what you expect in a playoff game. Alright, so far no big surprises. The team with the advantage has won. We'll see if that continues to be a trend or not. Alright, Fairmont Flygon lead 1-0 in that series for the moment. Alright, let's go on to the third matchup of these game ones. The Great Garchomp. If I can get the logos corrected here. The Great Garchomp and the Pokemon Power. Texting to see what the heck is going on, why they're taking so long. Well, maybe. Okay, there we go. Alright. Interesting, no Rhyperior selected. I know there were a lot of Pokemon on the Garchomp that were good against Rhyperior, but they've used it so much. I just wasn't sure. Like, I would think they were going to use it. I was instructed to lead with Nidoqueen. So we're going to do that. Just because Nidoqueen didn't play as much during the season as this owner would have liked it to play. So... The third and final game 1 for this week. Just realized I didn't put an S at the end of the leads for the Flygon. I'm gonna fix that real fast. There we go. Alright, Venusaur. Interesting start. Alright, we're going to put Cresselia in. And the Venusaur misses the Earth Power because of our Levitate. We're going to Calm Mind and hope for the best here. Walrein coming in is scary because it does have Sheer Cold. Now I have a decision to make. Everything is susceptible to Sheer Cold. Darn it. I don't think we have enough damage right now to beat it. I'm going to have to chance it with one more Calm Mind and hope for the best. Alright, please miss if it's Sheer Cold. Please. 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 Alright, alright. Let's see if that's enough. It might not be. I don't want to get too greedy with it, throwing Sheer Colds left and right. About half. That's still scary. It lands the second Sheer Cold. Cresselia has been taken out by Walrein. Oh boy. I guess we're gonna go Absol and try close combat. That's a monumental game changer. Cresselia is down and out first. Surely the game won't expect us to do close combat, right? Walrein goes down to Absol. We're back to Venusaur, okay? I think we have Psycho Cut. But do we have a better option? It does have the Earth Power, that kind of... I don't think we necessarily have a better option. We're just going to Psycho Cut. It's faster than the Absol, apparently. Oh my gosh, and we're poisoned, so Absol's basically going to go down after this turn. There's the Psycho Cut. Do we get a crit? We did get a crit, but Venusaur's bulky enough it survives. Absol will go down to the poison. Since the Venusaur is damaged already. Swords Dance. That's some decent damage. Bullet Punch. And hope things work out. I really hope things work out. I don't like how long this is taking. They're probably switching, aren't they? That's right, they have Moltres. I should have read that. Well, it'll still be a decent hit with our Swords Dance, hopefully. I mean, honestly, considering we're bullet punching a fire type. The flame body activates. Of course it does. That is not good for Sizzle. We are suddenly in a lot of trouble here. We are suddenly in a lot of trouble. Bullet Punch could still be useful, it just won't be as strong. Alrighty. Moltres staying in with its speed boost, but it misses Hurricane. That'll give Altaria a chance to Dragon Dance. We're gonna need at least 2, maybe 3 for Altaria to actually like become scary. Good hit by the Moltres, literally half our health. If Moltres outspeeds us again, we're in trouble. Alright, we've got double attack and double speed. We're gonna go Dragon Claw and hope for the best. Moltres is faster, but Hurricane misses. Is it enough to defeat it? It is not. So Moltres could still get the knockout here if it gets Hurricane to work. Is it enough? Altaria survives with 3 health left. And we'll take out the Moltres this time. No flame body on any of those, huh? Oh. Oh, Alakazam's fast. It might outspeed us even with the Dragon Dance. We're going to try to beat it. We'll see. We are faster. Here comes Dragon Claw. Alakazam goes down. Down to Tyranitar and Venusaur. And here comes Tyranitar. What we got left? We got Burnt Scizor. We've got the Altaria. We have Nidoqueen. We're going to go for the Iron Tail. Iron Tail misses, of course it does. Tyranitar setting up Dragon Dance. The sand is probably going to take us out. If not, get real close to... I mean, we have 3 health. That's going to take us out. Oh, but we... does Cloud9 stop weather? Oh, so not... Okay, I've always read that as it eliminates the effects, like stops it. Sandstorm doesn't work, apparently, on a Pokemon Cloud9. So Altaria... not defeated by the Sandstorm. Interesting. Another shot at Iron Tail then. Tyranitar tanks it because it's freaking Tyranitar. Alright, it's got its second Dragon Dance. I think Altaria might be faster, but I'm not sure who wins this battle here. I'm going to Dragon Claw because I don't trust us trying to hit Iron Tail again. We are faster. Tyranitar goes down. To be fair to the game, like, I didn't know that the Sandstorm wouldn't kill us. Alright, I could go with dual wing beat, but that 90% accuracy scares me. So I'm going to go Dragon Claw and hope for the best. That'll do it. Let's see, that is a 3-0 victory. So a good game by both teams. Just somebody had to lose. All right, and with all that being said and done, I'm going to pause for a moment while we get the teams flipped over. So hang on just a second. We'll be back with get all the game twos after I update this over here, though. All right. Be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The teams have been moved around. I'm in the process of moving the logos around to get them on the correct sides here. There we go. We've at least got the first two. The Heartburst Fairy Haunter and the Squirtle Squad. Game 2. Here we are. Well, okay, actually, you know what? Technical difficulties. I can't pick the music if I'm not the one that's picking the stuff. So hang on a sec. We'll see if I can get this set up again. Be right back. All right, technical difficulties avoided there. Let's do this the right way now. So as you can see, we've switched the teams to where I am going to be in charge of the lower seeds this time around. We'll see if we can change the result or if any of these will become 2-0 sweeps. Really, all the matches were pretty close. I mean, we had a 3-0 and another 3-0, I'm pretty sure. Or 2-0, something like that. I have been told to lead Heracross again, though. So, there's that. I wouldn't be shocked if it's an Arcanine lead like when I was in charge, because both these hunters are being stubborn. Alright, same exact leads, it looks like. I'm going to switch to Mesprit, because the game almost never passes up the opportunity to use the stat boosting move. The opponent. Yep, called that. Let's trigger him since it's trying to make itself fast. That hurt, but we tanked it. Good job, Mesprit. For those wondering why I stayed in, I didn't want something else taking an uncontested Flare Blitz. Alright, Mesprit will go down to Arcanine. It's got double speed right now, so whatever we put in is gonna outspeed it. So let's go Charizard. If we can get Hurricane to land on the first try, we're in good shape here. Alright, Arcanine goes down to Charizard. Alright, they go with Raikou despite the Trick Room being up. What else do they have? Who's a good one to sack off? I don't really want to sack off anybody. I guess if I had to do somebody, it'd be Heracross. Because even though we would outspeed it, we're not going to one-shot the Raikou and it's just going to beat us with Thunderbolt. It did 70. How many rooms of how many turns of Trick Room are there left? Only one, so it'd be stupid the Swords Dance. We're just gonna go Mega Horn and hope for the best. Alright, we got it to hit. Oh, good damage. Not enough to take it out, but good damage. Heracross survives, it's paralyzed. So Heracross is definitely going to die. Yep, there we go. That was a good job, though, Heracross, to get that hit on the Raikou. Azelf might outspeed it. I'm not sure where it ranks versus Raikou. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the knockout. I'm not going to chance it doing enough damage that it could beat us with extreme speed. It is faster than us, so that might have been a smart play to just go ahead and get the knockout. Alright, Raikou goes down. Espeon. Alright. I'm going to attempt Nasty Plot. I could be risking it here, but I don't think we'd do enough damage to with Draining Kiss to keep us alive, or Dazzling Gleam, or whatever. I think we have to chance it with Nasty Plot. Hope we survive this. We do not. Alright, well, the bright side. Let's try this again and see if we get it to work. Haunter does not survive. What we're learning here is, with exception to Azelf and Mesper, this team just was not built well to handle the Espeon. But you never know, maybe Charizard can save the day. Maybe. We're definitely going to need some luck on our side here, though. Doing about half damage to us is not great for us. Alright, we're going to have to hope that's enough speed and enough damage to give us a chance here. Espeon does go down in one shot. But will Charizard have enough health to hang around? For Rapidash, I guess we just do Hurricane. Rapidash going Swords Dance despite being slower. That was a choice. Rapidash goes down to Charizard. Granted, to be fair, I think that Rapidash had Mega Horn and high horsepower, so it's not like it was going to do much with those. That might have been why it did the Swords Dance. We're going to go for the Flare Blitz. We need the one shot. Scyther will go down to Charizard. I'm not sure how the game calculates this. I think that since Scyther fainted first, we still win. Alright, so that is indeed how it works. So a rare 0-0 victory. A very rare 0-0 victory. But it's a victory nonetheless for the Harper's Ferry Haunter to stay alive and move on to Game 3. That's a tight one. That's a tight one. So 1-1, and the series is tied. That was literally as close as a game could get. Alrighty. Moving on to the next one. Game 2 of the Fairmont Flygon and the Mystic Magikarp. So far, I'm undefeated against the computer this week. Probably just jinxed myself saying that. But so far, doing well. I certainly think that this team could be done better with the Lucario. Like I said, I was terrified of it when I was picking my team. So, I know what it could do. We got lucky last time and Ditto saved my team. I don't know if the computer will be smart enough to have that kind of thought process. Let's see. I know the game started Raichu. It doesn't really make any sense to start Raichu. I think we start Ninetales, because the only thing it wouldn't be good against would be the Regice. If Regice comes in there, we just switch to something else. Technical difficulties. I hit the wrong button. Hang on a sec, guys. Alright, I'm back from the technical difficulties. Let's try this again. I actually picked all 5 Pokemon this time. Alright, did a Ninetales versus Ninetales start. I mean, I know we have Lucario, but how does our team stack up against Ninetales? Not great. We do not match up great. So my choices are to stay in as Ninetales, so it's Ice versus Ice, or go into Porygon 2. Otherwise, the others are getting blizzarded for free. I think I'm going to stay in. I hate to say it. I think it's what we got to do. Alright, we got the Calm Mind. And they're doing the same thing, alright. Alright, they're hitting me with Psyshock, and I'm hitting them with Psyshock. I feel like they got a better roll than we did. I'm gonna go Dazzling Gleam. Ditto outspeeding us again. Well, it's going to come down to who goes first here. We win the speed tie on the most important turn. Ditto will go down. Ditto goes down to Ninetales. Alrighty. Interesting that they didn't go Crobat after we found out last battle that Crobat was faster. Psyshock it. Well, we've got the boost. I mean, against Regice, that's still pretty good. There goes Ninetales. Do we have anything for Regice on this team? I think just the Lucario, right? I guess Skarmory has Iron Head. But the problem is that the Regice knows Thunder. Alright, they're putting Flygon in. I didn't even use Flygon in the first match. That might be why they put it in. It's either going to do Fire Blast or Earth Power. If I put Skarmory in, I'm playing a guessing game on Earth Power or Fire Blast. I'm not sure if we're faster than it or not. Even if we are, that Meteor Mash didn't give us the boost, so we won't take it out. Let's put Porygon 2 in there. There you go, Earth Power. We could have maybe gotten away with Skarmory being in. How slow are teammates? Raichu's fast, Lucario's moderately fast. I don't think it would help us too much to do Trick Room, to be honest. Flygon went for Dragon Rush and missed. That's going to be a dead Flygon. I would have preferred, as the owner of that team, to see it go for Earth Power again. But alright. I don't really like my odds for a bunch of these things here. We're going to try to stay in an Ice Beam if we, hoping that Aura Sphere doesn't do enough to beat us from this range. We do survive it. Can we get a good Ice Beam off? Latios is just so tanky, man. Yeah, we're so slow with this amount of health, we just kind of got to take our lumps. Alright, Porygon 2 will go down to Latios. Let's go Skarmory. Alright, I went for Aura Sphere. What could show up? We're gonna Iron Head whatever it is to flinch it. Regardless of what Pokemon's in. They're staying in, it looks like. Okay. We did not get the flinch. Can we get the flinch this time? Or better yet, just get the knockout. Okay. Skarmory has taken out Latios. That's a choice. They're putting Reggie. We're faster and have Iron Head. Okay. We did not get the flinch, but the Thunder misses. Aw, Regice looks like it's going to go down. Yep. All right. They only have the Crobat left. I could Rock Slide, but I'm just going to play for flinching still at this point. Crobat's still faster than us despite the agility. And Skarmory will go down. I don't know who's faster, but if it doesn't one-shot us, we beat it. It's faster. It did not one-shot us. Unless I'm wrong, we should one-shot it. Crobat goes down to a Alolan Raichu. We got a crit, so we'll never know if we were really going to one-shot or not. Alright, that is a 2-0 victory for Mystic Magikarp, keeping their hopes alive. So far, I have won all 5 battles. The way this season's gone, that's a little unprecedented. Alrighty. Let's see here. We've got the Great Garchomp. And the Pokemon Power. Will we have another series going to Game 3, or will we finally have one that's a sweep? I mean, this one was close as is before, so I would be kind of shocked if it was a sweep. I'm going to lead with Tyranitar. There we go, got them on the same page. Oh, man. Alright, they're going with Nidoqueen to start. We've got Tyranitar. Dragon Dance. They're going high horsepower. That's going to hurt. As I say, Nidoqueen's not that fast, so I don't think we need 2 Dragon Dances. We should be able to hit it with Earthquake this time. Nidoqueen goes down in 1 shot to Tyranitar. Alright, I know from being that team in game 1 that thing has close combat. Let's see. If I remember correctly, I think we outspeed it. We outspeed it. We're going to hit it with Sludge Bomb. It survived. Poisoned again. It's been poisoned by both Sludge Bombs in both fights. So, you're going to say with Sandstorm and Poison, it might go down. Absol will go down to the Poison. I mean, again, we just switched to Moltres. Surely it's gonna switch, right? Like, surely it's gonna switch. Alright, Cresselia's in. Walrein. I thought about trying to go for the poison, but what are the odds that we would get Sludge Bomb the poison on the first time again? Alright, Sheer Cold and hope it works. I really hope it works, because it's building up stats. Oh my gosh, we're Walrein 2 for 3 on Sheer Cold in the series. Alright, alright. We still have Moltres, so I'm not that worried. I'm going to go for the Sheer Cold again. Oh. One more time. Let's go. They have a speed tie, apparently, Walrein and Scizor. That's interesting. Dang it. Walrein survives. So many chances for sheer cold and just couldn't get it. So many chances. Alright, Moltres. Even if it does knock you out, it's going to burn itself in the process, possibly, so... Let's go Hurricane. I feel like they're going to switch, even though they got the boost. No one in their right mind, I was going to say, would keep Scizor in against Moltres here. Unless maybe it would have had a rock move or something. Not great that we missed that, though, Moltres. I'm going to try to get Tyranitar in here. Unlike the game, I will try to just go straight for attacking. If we get the chance here. Stone Edge if we get the chance. Altaria goes to Iron Tail and gets it to work first try, of course. It does only have one Dragon Dance up. Maybe Alakazam will still outspeed it. In the last battle, when we outsped the Alakazam, we had 2 Dragon Dances up. It still outspeeds us. It's probably going to one-shot us. Alakazam survives! And a really big hit back on the Altaria with a critical hit, Dazzling Gleam. So what do they got left? That just bullet punches, so it doesn't matter what our health is. So yeah. Altaria takes out Alakazam. Gonna come down to Moltres. Can Moltres keep the season alive for the power? It survives Dragon Claw, and it does land the Hurricane. Scizor is the only Pokemon left. Scizor goes for Bullet Punch. That's not going to do much. Flamethrower, that should be a one-hit knockout. Scizor goes down. The power have forced a Game 3. 2-0 victory. So far, the home team has won every game. Which is exactly why the Game 3s are going to be interesting. And part of why we made it the benches instead of run the same teams again. Because we've already seen what these look like in Game 1, these matchups. All right, well, I'm going to pause again, ladies and gentlemen, so I can retrade the teams back with the other person and set up the game threes. Hang on just a moment. All right, we're back. We're getting ready for game three. All the teams are going to be using their benches, their remaining 5 Pokemon, for these battles. So, we'll see how these matchups play out here. Let's see, trying to get them all, get all the logos and everything in the right spot again. All right. 2, 3. I gotta move this one. All right, good enough. All right, first battle. The first game 3 between Squirtle Squad and the Harper's Ferry Haunter. I will say I am due to lose one. I have defeated the quote-unquote computer player in all 6 matches so far, which is not what happened during the regular season. So we are definitely due a loss. I have been instructed to use Flareon. It has been the chosen lead for this game. Not sure I would have done that when all 5 Pokemon are good against it. Because I think Melodios has Surf. But we'll see. If I had to put my money on it, I would say that the favorite here is Harper's Ferry Haunter because of the legendaries. Heatran, that's not great for Flareon. Unless, do we have a ground move like Dig or Scorching Sands or anything like that? We do not. We are going to want to get the heck out of there. We can go Vaporeon. I thought about Blastoise because it had Earthquake, but we might want to save it. We want to save as much health on it as we can so we can have time to do the body press strategy too. Oh wow, it's just going straight for Solar Beam. Well, we know what attack it's going for. I'm going to switch. Why have Vaporeon take a shot from Solar Beam? We know Heatran's faster. Alright, there we go, Flareon. They'll probably try Dragon Pulse us again because that's what they did on turn 1. There we go. I'm not glad that Vaporeon's taking as much damage as it has. But on the other hand, if it goes Solar Beam again, we're going to get a couple shots at Hydro Pump. Yep, it's going Solar Beam again. Okay. We're going to get at least one free shot at Hydro Pump here. Hydro Pump in the rain. One shot the Heatran. I have lost my pin. Great. There it is. Okay, good. Alright, I was making sure we were recording still. Alright, Vaporeon with a knockout. What's next? What is coming out next? What would want to deal with the Vaporeon? Fair enough. I think it has Swift Swim. Dragon Dance on top of Swift Swim. Okay. Oh, come on. Let us freeze it. That'd be so great. We're not going to get that lucky. Okay. Do it again. Vaporeon survives. I was gonna say, I know it can't do Waterfall because we have Water Absorb. It could try to Iron Head us for flinching. Nope, it's going Dragon Pulse again. Vaporeon will go down to Kingdra. Let's go Jolteon. We're just going to go for Vanilla Thunder and hope it works. We flinched. Of course we did. Alright. Well, shoot. Probably should have gone Blastoise first anyway. Blastoise tanks it. We get one Iron Defense up, I feel pretty good. Alright, we got an Iron Defense up. So the flinch strategy is not going to be as strong against us now. And Body Press will be better. That hurt. But we do get rid of the Kingdra. We kind of need Blastoise. Body Press, because I don't know what else to do here. Probably going to go down before we get a chance to use it anyway. Blastoise will go down to Latios. Sunny Day, it might help Entei survive this thing. If we survive long enough to use Sunny Day. Flareon does survive. And that'll make Surf a weaker option for Entei. Like for dealing with Entei. All right. Let's go, intake. Come on. I'm going to try to agility because we're going to need some speed to have a chance to win this. All right, Sunny Day helping out. Stone Edge and hope for the best. A good start. We got it to actually hit. I'm just going to go Flare Blitz, because I don't think I'll get that lucky on Stone Edge again. Take advantage of us having the sun out. Oh, so close. Burn it maybe or something? Nope. Well, I think it outspeeds Jolteon, so I think this one's gonna be over. We outspeed it. Not all hope is lost yet. There goes Latios. We're going to need Thunder and either a critical hit or paralysis or something. Like, it's a very long shot for us to win. Okay, first things first. We got Thunder to hit. Paralysis? Nope. Earthquake, that's going to do it. Regirock's going to get the knockout. And that's going to do it. An upset already in the first series. The 7 seed, the Harper's Ferry Haunter, pulling off the upset and moving on to the second round. The Harper's Ferry Haunter win the series 2-1. Next up, the Game 3 between the Fairmont Flygon and the Mystic Magikarp. The computer finally getting its first win of the day in a pivotal Game 3 in the previous series here. I will say I'm a little less confident in my Game 3 lineup than I was my Games 1 and 2 lineups. So, yeah. Hippowdon's really my biggest worry here. All the other Pokemon I have some sort of counter for. Hippowdon having Fissure is just so unpredictable, like I don't know what to expect. I really don't know what they might lead with. I'm going to go Aggron. So if they do lead Hippowdon, because we have Sturdy, it can't Fissure us. And if it's something else, then we'll figure it out from there, I guess. These series all going to game threes just shows how even the standings in the teams have been this season. Going with Umbreon first, okay. It does have dig. It might try to dig. It's almost certainly going to dig. I'm going to swap in Weezing. I'd be shocked if it doesn't dig. Alright, it went workup. What do they have again that they could switch in here? It's got to be one of the birds, right? There's no... I don't think they have anything else they could do against Weezing. I'm trying to remember the moveset for Umbreon. I know it's got Crunch and Dig. It would need something it could fight Bug or Fairy. Probably has... Oh, I bet it has Iron Tail. You know what? We're going to Will-O-Wisp just in case. It definitely has Iron Tail. Darn it. Weezing, thankfully, is physically bulky. Please get the Will-O-Wisp to work. Thank you. Alright, so Umbreon's not going to do much the rest of this fight. If it has Synchronized, we might be burned as well, though. Yep. That's okay. We are not a physical attacker. I don't mind being burned. Strange Steam. They missed the second Iron Tail. Decent hit. That's really inconvenient for me that they have the Synchronize, but we did need to get it burned. There, it lands that Iron Tail, but we survive because of the burn cutting the attack. And Strange Steam will hit again, despite its... I forget if it's 90 or 95% accurate, but it's not 100. Umbreon will go down. Strange Steam. They'll probably Sucker Punch me. Yeah. We don't survive it. The Moltres is out there. I don't really want to try Electivire yet. I want to save it for a minute. It having the ability to flinch hurts Aggron's chances. So we're probably looking at Snorlax or Suicune. Let's have Snorlax try to start, like, get some damage on it, and then maybe Suicune can Ice Beam it to defeat it. Plus, maybe we could slow it down if we get the paralysis. There's Fiery Wrath. Snorlax tanks it like a champ. Here comes Body Slam. Good hit with the Body Slam. Got a crit. It did get a boost to its attack, though. Here comes Fiery Wrath. We need to not flinch. Come on, if we don't flinch, I think we've got it. Snorlax doing good work. However, I'm still worried that we're within range. It could knock us out. Don't flinch, please. Oh, 3 for 3 on not flinching. Way to go, Snorlax. Oh, boy. That's not great for me. That is not great, really, at all. I'm going to pick Zen Headbutt, but I know we're going to go down. Yep, Snorlax will indeed go down. Alright, this is the time for Electivire. Maybe I can bait out the Hippowdon here. They did bring Hippowdon out. We're going to Ice Punch it because I assumed they were going to do that. Alright, decent hit, honestly. Get Suicune out there. Hopefully we can tank an Earthquake alright. I don't think it would go Fissure on an electric type. Yep. I need Hydro Pump to hit, Suicune. Well, that's the season pretty much. We miss Hydro Pump, but they get Fissure on the first try. Way to go, Suicune, you stupid. Oh man. I'm gonna lose the bat. I'm gonna lose because Suicune decided it was not gonna get Hydro Pump to work. Unreal. Unreal, man. Let's see, what do they got? They got Sceptile. Yeah, we're in trouble now. I think it's just pretty much over. That is such a shame. Because I know that we had a chance. If Suicune... I should have done Ice Beam and just gotten damage on so the next Ice Punch would take it out. Of course, if we would have landed Hydro Pump, it would have just been taken out. Darn it. Ice Punch it, Aggron. Alright, thank goodness for Sturdy. Please, just take it out. Alright, Hippowdon goes down. I'm pretty sure it's too little too late, though. Between Sceptile and Zapdos, I don't like my chances here. I mean, surely it's just going to take me out, right? Yep. Gonna lose because Suicune couldn't land Hydro Pump, but yet the Hippowdon lands Fissure first try. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. Not liking my chances really at all here. Oh, come on, and the defense drop. We definitely lose the Sceptile now. We don't even knock out the Zapdos. Yeah, it's over. It is over. This is going to be a victory for the Mystic Magikarp. Well, I hate that the season ends the way it did, but at the same time, gotta give Mystic Magikarp credit. I mean, the Fissure could have not hit. Like, it could have just as easily been the other way around where Hydro Pump hits and Fissure doesn't. and then they're frustrated about how it ended. That's just kind of how Pokemon goes. So, like, it's frustrating, but that's, again, a perfectly normal game of Pokemon. So, that is a 2-0 victory for the Magikarp in what is technically considered an upset. We were both 6-4, but the Fairmont Flygon were technically the higher seed. So 2 upsets so far in the series. But congratulations nonetheless to the Mystic Magikarp for moving on. Again, my team had some hiccups this season and I knew it wasn't one of my better teams. Like, how do I put it this way? Like, I'm not poo-pooing their victory by saying, oh, well, my team wasn't great. But, like, even if I won, I didn't have a whole lot of faith that this team would, make a run down the stretch or anything. So, congrats to the Mystic Magikarp for moving on. We got one more matchup still here in the first round to work out. And then we'll look at what the standings and the playoff bracket looks like. But first and foremost, we've got Game 3 between the Great Garchomp and the Pokemon Power. Yeah, I really made a mistake picking my team not having anything that besides the Weezing that could levitate against the Hippowdon. That was killer, obviously. All right, we've had 2 upsets so far. Will the Power make it so we have just upsets across the board, or will we get a victory from the Great Garchomp to end the series of upsets? I do worry about doing Trick Room because they do have Rhyperior. Alright, let's see here. And Rhyperior is out to start. Do we have Will-O-Wisp on this thing? Not sure if we do or not. We do. Dusknoir uses Will-O-Wisp, and it is successful. That means Rhyperior is almost useless now, with exception of Horn Drill the rest of the battle. Or if it gets crits. Brick Break. They are switching. Alright, Drift Blade. Trick Room. They're Will-O-Wisping me, okay. The good news is at least this Dusknoir has Shadow Ball, so the burn won't affect Shadow Ball. Does make Brick Break kind of suck, though. Shadow Ball. Pretty good hit. Got the special defense drop. Phantom Force. Uh-oh. We don't want to be out here when that comes back. Let's go Azumarill. Just because if it would get burned, it does have Blizzard. Like if it gets burned on a future turn. Let's go for Blizzard. And Azumarill will take out the Drift Blim. Magnezone's next. That's not real great for us. But we do have Steelix and Hippowdon both. Alright, they're going Iron Defense. That's also what we're doing. High Horsepower. They're going for Body Press. I'm going to try Body Press myself here. Mostly because high horsepower can miss. Alright, Steelix will take out the Magnezone. Abomasnow makes its first appearance of the season for the power. Heavy Slam if we get the chance to attack. Steelix will go down against the Blizzard. Let's get Uxie out there. Thunder Wave. Lands the Blizzard through the Paralysis. Okay, Calm Mind. Sheer Cold attempt, no good. Interesting that it went for Sheer Cold. Oh my gosh, they got the freeze. We're gonna have to hope Uxie can thaw out and land a Draining Kiss. We're frozen. But they're paralyzed, so nothing going on that turn. Uxie's frozen again. Abomasnow misses another Sheer Cold attempt. Uxie finally thaws out. Here comes the Draining Kiss. Not nearly... That was a crit. Wow, not nearly as much damage as I was hoping for. Abomasnow misses yet another Sheer Cold. That's at least 3 that I've counted. It might be more. Draining Kiss again. Trying to get health back. It gets sheer cold to work. Two sheer cold. Two knockouts for Abomasnow. Dusknoir. Trick Room. They're switching out the Abomasnow. Oh, well, it's a good thing it's burned, but man, that could have been the ultimate play by the game to get the Trick Room Rhyperior. Only positive is at least it is burned. We're just gonna go Shadow Ball. I'm not even gonna waste time with trying to Brick Break. Rhyperior gets a good hit on the Dusknoir. Dusknoir gets the special defense drop again from its Shadow Ball. Rhyperior 3 for 3 on Stone Edge, and it gets the knockout. We've got a tight one here. Let's get a Zoomerol out there. Alright, they're switching. Okay, Toxicroak, so it's not going to take any damage. Play rough. Not that great a hit. Toxicroak will take out a Zoomerol. Alright, it's down to Hippowdon versus everyone else. Oh, the Toxic. That's gonna make things tough. Like, we now have a counter on our last Pokemon, like a countdown. Toxicroak goes down, but it did everything it needed to do just by getting that Toxic. Now we pretty much have to land a bunch of fissures to win this game. Earthquake might be enough in Rhyperior's case, but like, yeah. Hippowdon uses Earthquake. It is enough to get rid of Rhyperior. Oh, we got a crit, so actually it might not have been enough. We got lucky. Abomasnow comes in, the sand goes away. The saving grace is it is paralyzed. Fissure and hope for the best. Hippowdon misses the fissure. Earthquake would not have defeated the Abomasnow. Fissure was our only hope. Abomasnow will get the knockout, and the Power will win the series in advance. And with that, again, showing how competitive everything has been this season, all 3 first-round series result in an upset. Seeding-wise, that is. A 2-1 series victory for the Pokemon Power. Congrats to the Power for moving on. I know they always fear that they're not picking the best team, but hey, they've made it to the Final Four. So how about that? I'm going to update all the statistics and everything, and I'll be right back for the final wrap-up and the matchups for next week. All right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. I've been paused so long, I lost my hat. There we go. All right, we've got everything updated here. So as you can see, the Fairmont Flygon are now done for the season. We finished 7-6. Great Garchomp also finished 7-6. Nightmare AC got a first-round bye. Who else is finished for the year now? There should be 3. Squirtle Squad done for the year at 8-5. So I've updated the standings accordingly. The Flygon coming 7th. Garchomp at 6th. Squirtle Squad in 5th at 8-5. The top 4 remaining teams: Harper's Ferry Haunter, Pokemon Power, Mystic Magikarp, and Nightmare AC. The games behind might be a little wonky, but that's because we're leaving that the way it was at the end of the regular season. So, statistics are updated. Latios finished as the best Pokemon for the Flygon at a 12-5 ratio. Regice had a 12-6, just unfortunately not enough to carry me to victory. Nightmare didn't change because they had a bye week. Great Garchomp, Cresselia finished as their best Pokemon, 13-4. Uxie a close second at 8-1. Both of them had bad luck with sheer cold in the playoffs. Altaria had a really good showing there in the playoffs. Pokemon Power still alive with Tyranitar and Rhyperior. Rhyperior, one of the rare situations where despite being burned, the physical attacking Pokemon was able to fight through the burn and get the job done. Venusaur also with an impressive 7-2 ratio. And of course, Abomasnow, a big surprise, 3-0. Making its debut this week on the season. Squirtle Squad finishes with Espeon as its best Pokemon. Blastoise also in that conversation. Harper's Ferry Haunter advances. Latios, their best, 12-4, but Registeel also having a 6-1, and Regirock having a 6-2. Captain Spear's crew, Pelipper was their leader, nothing changed there. Smoochum, Jinx, because nothing changed. Zapdos, nothing changed. Lopunny, nothing changed. Mystic Magikarp, Moltres now at 10-4, Lucario 9-5, Hippowdon 9-5, Ninetales 8-6. They've got a really good balanced team going there. Zapdos having a great game this week. So there's our playoff bracket. Moving into next week, we've got the 1-seed Nightmare AC at 8-2 playing against the 5-seed Mystic Magikarp at 8-5. Winner will move on to the championship round. Loser will be in the 3rd place game. And then on the other side, the 6-seed Pokemon Power at 8-5, playing the 7-seed Harper's Ferry Haunter at 8-5. Winner of that one will move on to the championship. So, I don't know. On one hand, Nightmare may be looking at this like, yes, they were all upsets. All the top teams are gone. But on the other hand, I think that all the teams have been so even this season that these teams being good enough to win, they're just as much a threat as the teams that lost. So, be interesting to see how that finishes out. But if you liked what you saw here today, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that YouTube nonsense. And I'll see you next week with our Final Four for the Pokemon Switch Draft League. All right, see you then. Bye-bye.